Sanctuary is an inclusive place. It's not, you don't have to say that I'm in clinical psychology, I'm in social work, I'm in what? It's an inclusive. Everyone who wants to join, there is no rules, there's no, okay, we need to have regulations because for the club to function, you have to need rules and regulations, but everyone is allowed to come as long as you are willing to learn more, to contribute more. Yeah, and there is one thing I forgot to mention. Sanctuary works hand in hand with Solid Mind as their partner, Solid Mind and MasterCard.
I was inspired by a friend of mine named Sam. I'll be using my friends, like my experiences. They involve friends whenever it comes to Toastmasters. So my friend Sam, he was like, he couldn't miss out on telling us, on describing to us what a wonderful place Toastmasters is. Every single time the discussion even connects a little bit to the Toastmasters, that topic, he would tell us. And then I would say, yeah, we might come. So my first year here, I was always like, we could come, we might come. We'll find time. And then this year, I managed to come only once, and then I was hooked. I would say I was hooked at that moment.
Hello everyone, welcome to today's episode. My name is Liane, I'm your host, and as usual we are going to learn and link. So in today's episode we are going to talk about how campus clubs power us in building connections and networks and preparing for our future outside the campus. So joining us today are representatives from Sanctu Club and Toastmasters Club, and they have a lot to share with us, and let us give them floor for introduction first.
Thank you. My name is Sanjin. I'm a clinical psychology student, level 3. And I'm a member of Sanctuary. Yeah, that's all about my introduction. Thank you.
Good afternoon. So, thank you for giving me the floor. My names are Hakizimana Aristide, and I'm a level 2 student. I am familiar with the host, so I'll be very at ease in this topic. I'm the representative from the Toastmasters Club, and I am very excited, very, very excited to talk about, to inspire you to be coming there. Thank you.
Thank you, Aristide and Sandrine, for joining us today. I'm also excited. I'm very, very excited to hear from Toastmasters and Sanctuary. And maybe I will decide to join, depending on what we'll be sharing with us. So let's dive in. University is not just a place where we come to just study and pass the exams. It's also a place where you will be building the lasting friendships, where you will find opportunities that will help you in our future careers. So, starting from Sandrine, what should we expect from Sanctuary? Tell us more about Sanctuary, how it helps students. Tell us, what is Sanctuary in general? Introduce the club.
Okay, thank you. But firstly, let me ask you, when you hear about the name Sanctuary, what rings in your head? What comes to your mind?
It's a place where you meet friends, build a community.
Exactly. That's what about as Sanctuary. So Sanctuary Club is one of the peer clubs that was created by Solid Mind in partnership with MasterCard. It's a peer club. Peer is a group of friends. So it's one of those peer clubs that was created alongside all the universities in Rwanda. And as the name says, Sanctuary, you should come to your friend. So it's a place where we leave the classes and subjects, and then we meet our friends to discuss more about everything we're going to talk about in this conversation. I'll be telling you more about what we do, but about the introduction, that's all about Sanctuary. It's a place where we meet friends, exchange ideas, and to relax from classes and studies. Thank you.
Wow, that's a very nice club. I'm already interested in joining,
exactly.
Actually.
You should not change your mind.
Okay. Let's move to Aristide. Also, tell us, what is Toastmasters? What should we expect when we join Toastmasters?
Okay. Thank you. So, in summary, like, it's a chapter. The one here in Huye is a chapter of a very broad international organization that strives to develop people's public speaking skills, and even not the public speaking skills alone, like the networking skills, the socializing skills. Like here in Rwanda, our chapter in Huye, the one I'm part of, that I am proud to call a family, it is more of a one place that you will be having a platform, a very wonderful platform to exercise your muscle of public speaking, your muscle of socializing, your muscle of networking. So I'd say it's the perfect place where you won't be chained to your shyness, where you won't be chained to your silence. If I may, I can go in more details. It's okay?
Yes, you can.
We meet here on Huye chapter. We meet every Saturday at 6:30 p.m. Where at that time, in that window of period of time, there is no classes. There is most curricular activities are not working, like it's a free time. It's an extracurricular activity. And I would like to describe what we do there using like just 3 questions. Like, why does the Toastmasters club, why Toastmasters? Why Toastmasters? So it all stems in the description I had before. Like, I have 3 reasons. The first one is, well, for us, because we're in the university setting, for us, we don't need to only have the lectures, the academics alone.
Yeah, like, you have to explore other things.
Very many things. You know that we are not always learning, like we study from maybe Monday to Friday, and then the weekend is just there free for all to do.
Relaxing.
Yeah, for relaxing. Yeah. So most people are sleeping. But the ones who know the secrets of Toastmasters, Sanctuary clubs, all those like productive clubs, they know that they should fill up their extracurricular time with a productive thing. For me, it was Toastmasters because I am naturally a shy guy. I don't like talking.
You are a shy guy, but you just said, okay. Yeah. So you joined to overcome your shyness.
To overcome the silence, to overcome the introverts. Yeah. So I tried to go there to like fill up the other time, that extracurricular time, the one many people are sleeping. I filled it up with that, like training myself to be a better public speaker. The second thing, it's a place where we network. Like, it's not confined to only people from one department. Here in Huye campus, there are many departments, and when you are just going the class and then later going to sleep and not being much involved in other places, you don't get the time to know many people from other departments. For example, nowadays I have a good friend of mine who we met. It's a she, by the way, from Toastmasters. She studies social work. Yeah. Okay. And I didn't think in my time here I would ever meet a person from social work. It's a random department.
Yeah, it's random, and we take our lectures at different
very different locations. Yeah. People from here know this. So that place, it's a place where you can network. I didn't have any idea about their life, but now I am immersed in their life. I know more about them. I know they know more about medicine and my departments, and well, that's a good thing. The third, well, it's more about Let's leave the third. It's more interconnected to the first one. It's okay.
Okay, thank you so much for introducing your clubs. And yeah, as you heard, we are gaining friends from Sanctuary. We are learning public speaking from Toastmasters, and also I'm also interested in that. You said Saturday, 6:40 p.m. Okay, you guys should also clear your schedules. At that time, you should be there and learn public speaking, because public speaking will be very essential in our everyday life. When we finish our studies here at the university, we sure need maybe to go for an interview, to attend different events that will require you to have public speaking skills. So yeah, you should join Toastmasters.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Also, coming back to Sandrine, okay, you said Sanctuary is a place where you get friends, okay, get a family, as you can say. So how do you do that? How do you build friendship? Okay, can you elaborate more about that?
Okay. Thank you. So from how Sanctuary started, it's been like 3 years of Sanctuary, because it started when I was in level 1. Okay. So the idea was, because we know almost everything, it points to mental health. So when your brain is not working, you're not in the right sense, everything cannot go well.
So you are among the founders?
Should I say that? I don't know. But I'm among the ones who chose the name.
Okay, wow, that's good.
Yeah, so
that's a nice name also.
Yeah, so the idea of creating Sanctuary was because some of us, they wanted to know more about mental health, but they were not in a mental health field like clinical psychology or mental health nurse, and they could not be allowed in SEPSA, the Association of Clinical Psychology Students. That was because from SEPSA, from the beginning, we thought that SEPSA, you could join it when you're only in clinical psychology, but that's not true. You can join SEPSA whether you are in clinical psychology or not, as long as you're interested. But some of them thought that they cannot join it. So Sanctuary was an idea to help people know more about mental health while they're not in that field of studies.
Okay.
Yeah. And how we do it, we propose a day. We call the day a Thursday escape. So it's on a Thursday. Thursday escape from studies and other activities of the school. So we created it so that on Thursday is the day before Friday, the day before the start of the weekend. So when you spend the whole week studying, assignments, cards, tests, attending classes and everything, and you want somewhere to escape those notebooks, the books and everything. So we created Thursday escape so that people can come there. We work at 7:30 after dinner. And how we do it, we have a topic for every Thursday according to what's going around.
Yeah, maybe around the campus.
Yeah, maybe if you have Men's Day, so we create a topic which directs to the Men's Day. And on August, they are going to have Girlfriend's Day. For those who are not girlfriends, sorry. Like, if we're going to have a session, we're going to talk about girlfriends. Are girlfriends really needed in the society? What's the use of them? Like, we talk about those kinds of topics. When we are talking about drugs or mental health day, we just select the topic according to what is going around. Or when one of us have an idea of what we can be discussing about, he or she brings a topic to the table and then we talk about it. That's what we do. We also have a lot of activities, outdoor activities, because on Thursday, we just use the classes. It's the same setting. We use the same setting. So we plan other activities which are outside the campus so that people can feel like we are in a different environment, so we are out of studies. Because if you always do the same thing in the class, you'll be like, it's still the same setting. You cannot feel relaxed. You cannot escape very well. So we plan other activities, outdoor activities like trips. We choose one place. If you want to go to the Mount Huye, or if you want to go at the Nyanza, is it Paras? Nyanza Paras? Yes. Or maybe if we plan to have a movie night. We go for a movie night, have snacks, refreshments. That makes you feel like I'm in a different environment, so I'm going to have fun, enjoy myself, escape from studies, clean my head, and then with the next week, I'll be fresh in my head. So that's what we mostly do about Thursday escape. Yeah.
Wow, that's a really nice escape, right? Like you said, first day escape.
Yeah.
I'm more interested about outdoor activities like that.
Because they have snacks and refreshments.
Yeah, and that movie night, I'm also interested. I will be coming, so
Yeah,
I can
and
enjoy
even
those
sports,
snacks.
we do sports, everything.
Okay, that's good. That's good. As you heard, we all need sanctuary, a place where you can just go and stop stressing about the studies and just feel relaxed, connect to your friends, get to meet new people from different departments. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I forgot to mention, Sanctuary is an inclusive place. It's not, you don't have to say that I'm in clinical psychology, I'm in social work, I'm in what. It's an inclusive. Everyone who wants to join, there is no rules, there's no okay, we need to have regulations because
Yeah.
for the club to function, we have to need rules and regulations, but everyone is allowed to come as long as you are willing to learn more, to contribute more. Yeah, and there is one thing I forgot to mention. Sanctuary works hand in hand with Solid Mind as their partner, Solid Mind and MasterCard. So the reason why we work with Solid Mind so that we can get the experts. That sometimes we have the topics and we feel like we need a person who is really experienced in that and is an expert.
Yeah.
So we contact Solid Minds. They give us an expert to help us to understand more about the topic. Like for example, if we talk about let me talk about the topic about mental health, like drug addiction.
Okay.
Sometimes we use our own experience as youth, but there are some people who are elders and they have learned more about drug addiction, how you can fight it. So we just exchange our ideas, but when you feel like there is still a gap, we invite the experts from Solid Minds and they can help us understand that. And they also work with us by giving us the trainings. Most of you have heard about PFA, psychological first aid, how you can give. So we know first aid for the person who tripped and fell. You know the first aid that you can give that person. And so for the person who is struggling mentally, do you know the first aid that you can give
No,
that person?
I actually don't know.
Yeah, so that's what psychological first
And
aid
also, I would
does.
like to know that. So if you also learn about that, I will come and learn and help
for
my
real.
friends when
Everyone is welcome. Psychological first aid really helps for you to know what can I help with the person who is really struggling mentally. Sometimes we know that not all of us want someone to solve our issues. At least we want someone to be there, listen to us, even though we cannot do anything. So that's what we learned about psychological first aid. So I can encourage you to join. Thank you.
Wow, that's good. Also, I heard that you can also help our peers who are battling with addictions, alcohol addictions or other addictions.
Any kind of addiction.
Wow, that's actually very nice. So for our listeners who are hearing where you can go to if you are battling with addiction, you have a problem you want to deal with, you have your friend dealing with mental breakdown, you want to help, you can go to Sanctuary and you can get a lot of skills actually.
Yeah, listen, we don't judge.
Okay, that's very nice. So coming back to Aristide, okay, you told us why you joined Toastmasters, but what inspired you actually? Like, how did you know about Toastmasters? And also, I also know that you are a class representative. How is Toastmasters? Yeah, he's a reader. So how is Toastmasters helping you to become a better reader and a better public speaker or a communicator?
Yeah.
Okay, tell us.
So thank you. I had failed to mention it in the introduction.
Yeah, no
I'm a class
problem.
rep. Thank you for reminding us. So my inspiration, first of all, it stems from just being shy and not wanting to stay shy. And then for me to link it to Toastmasters as a solution, for me to think Toastmasters is a solution for that, I was inspired by is a friend of mine named Sam. I'll be using my friends, like my experiences. They involve friends whenever it comes to Toastmasters. So my friend Sam, he was like, he couldn't miss out on telling us, on describing to us what a wonderful place Toastmasters is. Every single time the discussion even connects a little bit to the Toastmasters, that topic, he would tell us. And then I would say, yeah, we might come. So my first year here, I was always like, we could come, we might come. We'll find time. And then this year, I managed to come only once, and then I was hooked. I would say I was hooked at that moment, because whatever he said before, I found it like 10 times better. He couldn't describe it. And the inspiration, see, I had an urge to stop being an introvert. Oh, it's not bad being an introvert, but it's more like stop being afraid of talking in front of people.
Okay. So did it stop? Like, are you no longer shy, no longer afraid of speaking to people?
Yeah, actually, when you're in that journey there, like, you start from being afraid. Then later it becomes something you are actively working against. And then by the end, some people start enjoying it. Right now, I'm at the stage of starting to enjoying. Yeah, I've been in it like for a couple of months, but yeah.
That's a good improvement.
It's a very great improvement. It doesn't even take long because of the environment there. Imagine I was inspired by my friend. Like, how many things have you been told by a friend to go into which are productive? Like, he tried to convince you about something and it's productive, and then you later go there and find you actually like it. So that's where the inspiration came from.
Okay.
And then touching on the leadership. Well, when you are there, let me do a small turn, like a small side explanation on how being there actually gives you duties and responsibilities. It's structured in a way that whenever you go there are at least 9 people who are supposed to come in front of the people, who are supposed to come in front of the audience. Like, they have a role to do that night in that session. They include roles like the Toastmaster, who will be hosting, doing the same thing as I think right now. And then there will be some people named table topics who make sure the audience, the people who thought the people who thought they weren't going to talk, they will talk.
They make sure that they talk.
Yeah, they
that's
talk.
Very nice.
So, and then there are some people who are named accountants or grammarians, people who pay attention to whatever you speak, whatever you say during all your speeches there. And then later, when the session is going to end, they try to tell you, this was a mistake, this was a mistake. The person named accountant, it was actually a surprise for me. I didn't know that such a word could be there. Like, when you go there for the first time, they tell you accountant. It's spelled A-H, a dash, counter, like A-H counter.
What does he do?
Yeah, he or she will be like paying attention to your speech, and then whenever you say they count. Yeah. Whenever you use a filler word, they count. For example, when I started, I used many ads, and then they corrected me. Then I came back trying to use filler words, which include like, so, and then those two, they count them. And then later, little by little, you try to minimize the amount of the hours you say, the hours you speak, the likes you speak. And then there is the timers, people who make sure you
respect the time.
You respect the time. Your speeches are planned with so that they fit in the time. Then there is another person named the hackmaster who makes sure that you have paid attention to the speeches. And then there are the two special parts. No, there is another special part where all the development happens. The speeches, the main speeches, people who bring a topic, you choose a topic you want to tell us that time, and then you come, we give you a bit, like around 7 minutes, and then you make sure to follow certain objectives for that speech, and then you give us the speech. Then later they evaluate you. So those speeches, when you are a Toastmaster, now I return back to the question. When you are a Toastmaster, they like the role, not a member. A Toastmaster, the role, you are actually in charge of trying to manage the time of every person having a role there, and arranging them in such a way that the people who attended, like the audience, they won't feel bored later, or they won't feel like this was too short. Although it's a perk when something feels too short, it's so good. So, but that management of a Toastmaster, also the management of a topics master, all those roles actually they train you to take your responsibilities like respectfully, to take them seriously. And then even in my roles as class rep, I get time to I am supposed to try to talk to a class of around 150 people. Like there are too many, and then you cannot be quiet and be a leader in that setting when people are that much. So you try to engage them so that the class isn't the most boring class in the school. You try to make them engaged, and then that platform, the Toastmasters, it was a way for me to actually develop in a way that feels organic and in a way that is easy, because that place is the best environment. We kinda like have a same environment like Sanctuary, because we too listen and don't judge, because most of the time when I talk to people about Toastmasters, they start thinking that we are people who are going to be using extraordinary English, like the most complex English anywhere. But when you get there, it's actually the easiest place. You go there, whatever level of English you have, whatever level of public speaking you are at, it doesn't matter. What matters just
is that you are there and you are learning and you are learning.
Yeah. So
you're improving. That
engagement, the amount of engagement you get there actually helps you in even all your duties of leadership, because a leader is a man of the people, I would say. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Aristide. You have heard him. For the class representatives and other people having leadership roles, you have to join Toastmasters so that you can improve your public speaking, improve how you engage your fellows, and also improve your English fluency. That's also an important thing.
Yeah, it's
because we sure need to use English in different things. Okay. So, coming back to Sandrine, you were saying that Sanctuary offers different opportunities. Like for someone who wants to join but has something holding him or her back, what opportunities can you mention to them that can what is the opportunities that they don't have to miss in Sanctuary, that they have to join and get those opportunities? What are they?
You asked for the person who want to join but feels?
Yeah, because most of us want to join something. Like for Aristide, he was saying he want to join a Toastmasters, but he was saying I will come next time. But his friend inspired him to join. Also, I might be here, and so you will be telling to our listeners. So he told us that he went there for the first time. That was what inspired him to stay there in Toastmasters. So for the ones listening to this podcast, what opportunity can you share with them so that they can come to Sanctuary?
Okay, I get it. So you mean somebody is sitting there and feel like, I want to go to Sanctuary, I want to join them, but what is going to attract me there?
Yes.
Why would I go there?
Yeah.
Okay. First of all, the name can attract you. Sanctuary. The name is like it says it all. It says it all.
Someone might be saying, "But I have friends here. Why would I need another?"
Yeah, you have friends. Yeah, you have friends. But how are you going to help those your friends when they're having a mental breakdown? How are you going to help them? You're going to learn that in Sanctuary. And also, as like we are students here, we'll be like, I'm studying, so why would I go there if I'm not going to get an opportunity there? What am I going to gain from joining them?
Yeah.
Beside snacks, though we know like we like snacks and we like going out, we like going to trips that we didn't pay for, just going to enjoy. I don't know how the ticket issues was solved as long as I'm going to go. So Sanctuary,
You don't have to contribute any fee to go to the trips or.
it's accordingly. Because the first trip that we had, which was last year. No, it's not last year, the first semester. The trip that we had at Nyanza Palace, we had to pay 2,000 for the ticket only. We got the t-shirts for free, and the snacks, refreshment was free. It was provided by Solid Mind. And the issue for the ticket was because it was communicated a bit late. But when you communicate earlier, you give the plan, the budget, they support everything.
Wow.
You do not have to contribute anything. So it really helps. The opportunity that you can find there, sometimes there is this issue about youth. We count opportunities in tangible thing, and that's not about opportunities only. Because if I'm going to give you something to do and you ask me how much, I'm going to be like, this person is only concerned about the money. You're not even concerned about the knowledge, the skills that you're going to gain from that. So the best part of the thing that I can say about it is that we do not have to count the opportunities in money things. Just how much am I going to gain? How much? You just look at the skills that you're going to get, the intangible thing, but that should be Kali. Like how he said in Toastmasters, you can go there, they do not give you money, they do not have shit, but they teach you how to speak. That is an opportunity because they're teaching you for free. You didn't pay for that lesson. You are learning for free. So in Sanctuary too, if we say that we learn about psychological first aid, did you pay for the expert who is teaching you? If they ask you that you should pay the expert, I don't think that you can get the amount to pay the expert because they are really expensive. So the opportunities that we get there, we get the lessons for free, and we gain skills for free, and also we can even get those opportunities, money opportunities or something, when we have like. Let me think of the opportunity that gives money there. So I'm not into money. Yeah, I'm into skills. So that's why it's coming a bit not to... but that's all about Sanctuary. We do not count the opportunities in money things. We count it in the skills that we're going to get there, in the opportunities that we are going to get friends. Sometimes I can come to Sanctuary and I meet someone who is maybe in clinical psychology field. I get to know that person, but I study in social work.
Okay.
And that person, or even economics, and that person from clinical psychology, when he or she is done with the school, he might be able to create a private clinic, and he wants an accountant.
Okay.
And then you can get a job opportunity from being friend with that person. But at the starting, there was not any money opportunities that you can count, but just having that friend, he gave you opportunity. So something about the youth that I can tell them, we do not have to count our opportunities in something which is near, like a short-term thing. We need to look at the future. We need to look at, like, if I get to know this person, if you get to connect, in the future, I'm going to gain something from that person. Maybe there's going to be some training and the person has to call me. Maybe they're going to give us tickets. Okay, yeah, I like, if we have also Sanctuary at Nyarugenge in Kigali. Maybe they can tell us that there's training which are going to happen in Kigali, that we give a transport fee. And as you know, when they're going to give transport, they do not count from Kigali to Huye, it's 5,000, so that we are going to give them 10 for the going and coming back. They just be like, we're going to give 20 or 30 because they believe you are going to take something on the road. So that's also an opportunity. You get to explore other clubs in other places in Kigali. You get to get that ticket fee or even the accommodation and everything. So those are opportunities, but you need to be like, I want a long-term thing. I just don't want a short-term thing. So that's all I can say. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sandrine. I'm also learning a lot. And that's what we do here on our podcast. We learn and link. And also, as you have heard, Sanctuary doesn't just offer the opportunities that are tangible. And the main important ones are the skills we get there, the connections we get there, like the friends. The friends are the best opportunity you can get, because you never know what the future holds. Yeah, the connections. Actually, in our world, like when we finish or when we graduate, you don't know, like you just go out there and you start looking for a job. But if you don't have a connection, don't get the job.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's a very nice opportunity.
Yeah, you can be like, I will not join Sanctuary because they do not give money, they do not do this. But for that person who joined, maybe she managed to connect with people who will give the opportunity in the future. They're going to call the person, we got a job here, can you come and apply? Can you do this? So that is a great opportunity. So you make sure that you connect with people.
Yeah, that's very great actually. So our next question will be for Aristide. So Aristide, this is also the last question in our podcast.
Yeah, it's all right.
Okay. So what can you tell to our viewers who are just here at campus? They don't join any extracurricular. They just say, I came here to study. I have to get A in my lectures. I just have to study and focus on my studies. What can you tell to them?
Well,
and like, what can you say, like the importance of the joining different clubs like Toastmasters and Sanctuary?
Yeah, it's all right. This question, I am always inspired to answer it wherever I'm going because, well, I'd say most of my experiences stem from not being just academically inclined. Like, I have the academics, they are there, but it's not the only thing in my life. For example, on Monday, I might have classes from 8 to 12. And then later, after lunch, I'm just free. Like, there's nothing there. And that whole time, I dare say that the time that I don't study, I don't have lessons, is actually greater than the time that there is planned lessons. And if you were to waste it, if you were to use it in just sleeping, if you were to use it in maybe scrolling on IG and all that for no reason, it would be just wasting everything, wasting your potential, I would say. Because this year, it's where I've been trying to immerse in many, many things. It's where I started and went out to try out Toastmasters this year. And then I had many opportunities to grow. For example, I would share a story. My first day where I tried to speak in Toastmasters, there were around 40 people at that time in that session. And then I had a first speech. It was a speech of introduction. It was the first speech, like the first project. We have 10 projects for a person to be considered a Toastmaster, a good public speaker. And it was my first project. It was my first speech. I had to make the audience know me. They don't care. In that first project, they don't care about how you arrange anything in your speech. You could come and just give us jumbled sentences, as long as it's a personal story that makes us know you. And on that first day, I failed on that. I couldn't make them know me because I was too anxious. I was too afraid of making a mistake for the first time.
Yeah.
When even the preparation, I had already made the mistake. I couldn't prepare. I didn't prepare it well. Like, my speech was about my first experience in Toastmasters. It wasn't something just that was deeply personal that makes people know you. because I was telling it to people who have experienced it even again. So, but it didn't stop there, because even if I couldn't meet all the objectives the first time, they applauded because, well, the words were there. I tried, I went there. They also criticized me like constructively. We never call it positive things you did and the negative. We say it's we give you positive feedback. You were clear, you were loud, you were articulated, and then for the negative we call it constructive feedback. It's no longer negative. We try to apply some things from Sanctuary because, well, to make people feel at home. And then that constructive feedback, you build on it, come back later. And right now, I'd say I have noticed the differences. People around me have noticed the differences. And all of that stems from just taking the first step. Taking the first step, your friend tells you, I am a member of this club, it does this. You actually think it meets your inclination, it meets your requirements. Why not just go there? Why say that keep it up on the shelf like I will be coming later? I will say no. Just try. Take the first step, get there. Then if it is not up to your standards, you didn't even pay, so it's okay, you can go back. But most of the time, I would say it's a very wonderful experience. You just take the first step, you get there. The friends, they come. Well, the opportunities with money, they come. Sometimes, in our case, they are what we call alumni. People who studied here, who were the alumni from this club. Even if they are abroad anyway. Those people, when you meet and connect in just one session, and you make sure to nurture that connection, it opens up new doors. For example, I am in the field of medicine, and one alumnum of medicine and Toastmasters too. Maybe he's a rich guy. He's going to be establishing this new clinic, new hospital of his own, and then he wants a general practitioner. And I'm just graduating, and we were talking. What do you think will happen then? The job. And it doesn't end there, okay? And it doesn't end there alone, because even right now, after meeting people from Toastmasters, I was linked up with the people from this channel, the African Learning Link. Even I would call them linkers, African Learning linkers. These people, I connected with them due to that, and then right now I am here. It's a good place to be. I just learned about Sanctuary. Thursday at 7. Where the meetup?
Just share the location, mostly at Quaker.
Mostly at Quaker.
When it's an outdoor activity, we just communicate with the person.
Okay, so someone needs to get your contacts, and that someone is me. Yeah, so
we have linked you too.
Right now we just learned something and we linked up.
You got a plot.
Yeah, and now I have a plot. See, that is just the perfect answer. Like this here is a perfect example of why you shouldn't be sleeping. Okay. You should be trying out new clubs, new productive clubs. I would invite you to come to Toastmasters. I would invite you to come to Sanctuary. Meet up with me on Thursday at 7:30.
Okay, you heard him. Let's meet on Thursday 7:30 and on Saturday 6:30. Okay, that's the plot for those 2 days. Okay, we should be clearing our schedules. Okay, thank you so much. We are coming to the end of our podcast today. Thank you for joining us today. Okay, we really learned a lot from you. As you have said, the campus clubs are not just extracurricular activities. They are a place where there are different opportunities that are opened doors for us. And it's a place where we develop our skills, leadership skills, communication skills, and also about mental health, where we can help people So if you have a club that you have been think that you should join, this is your sign. Just take the first step and join, and we think us later. Just join the club and get those opportunities. And as he said, if it doesn't work out for you, join another club, but just have something that you are going to use your free time well for something that is productive. Yeah, as I said. So thank you for listening to our podcast, and we hope that you are going to share with your friends. And also remember to subscribe. Thank you.